Hello, hello, everybody, and welcome to our Break Free and Thrive Masterclass. We are so excited to have you here. My name is Dan,
And I'm Jimmy, everyone.
and perhaps you've seen a post of ours, mine or Jimmy's, or a story, or maybe you've seen an ad, and something has sparked an interest in you. Perhaps you are looking for more financial freedom in your life, or time freedom, inner freedom, location freedom. For us, freedom is one of our highest values. So, all the freedoms. So, we are very excited to be sharing. I'm not sure how long we're going to go for right now. The next 45 minutes, we will try to keep it short and sweet as we recognize that your time is very precious and we appreciate you sharing that with us today. So we're going to be sharing with you a few slides over this masterclass and really diving into creating freedom in your life with this business model, this vehicle that will get you, in terms of creating the freedom lifestyle you desire for yourself and your family. Break Free and Thrive Masterclass, the freedom formula, unlocking true health and wealth. That's the hugely exciting part, health and wealth.
Absolutely.
Because without one, we don't have the other.
Indeed. Indeed. And that's why we get so excited to be able to share this entire presentation with you so you can understand kind of the health benefits associated with the company and the products that we're aligned with, as well as then what that unlocks for you in terms of its wealth opportunities. But what we're going to be covering today, just to give you an idea up front, is we're going to talk you through the freedom formula, which is quite simply a 4 core pillars to unlocking that true health and wealth that we've already been discussing. We're going to teach you about partnering with the right offer, where you're going to learn the #1 affiliate offer that we've already identified for you that allows you to prioritize your health and wealth through leveraged income. One of my favorite things to actually talk about. We're going to teach you how to generate leads to that offer in terms of building a personal brand by leveraging social media on a global basis. We're going to introduce you to one of the most incredible communities you're ever going to find anywhere. And along with that community of like-minded people, it's about the mentorship and the support that you're going to get for your own business should you choose to move forward with this opportunity. That is truly the key to success. And then we're going to, as I said, talk about how you can actually, in terms of leveraged income, we're going to teach you how you can leverage automation for efficiency in running your own business, giving you what you ultimately want most in life. I know what for us it was, and that's our time freedom. We wanted our time back more than anything else. Now, this is one of the most important slides in the entire presentation. And it actually talks into a disclaimer, but it's a disclaimer that actually talks more into what this opportunity is about. This is not a get rich quick scheme, right? And there are procedures and policies in place that actually regulate how we actually do our business. But what is the greatest thing about this is that everybody that gets started with this business has the exact same opportunity, but it comes down to you. So there's no claims, there's no income claims, there's no earning claims, there's no health claims even. But what it does present to you is the opportunity of creating the life that you ultimately want for yourself. And we're super excited to be able to do that today. Now, this is a fantastic quote from a most incredible book that we both have read several years ago now, called The 4-Hour Work Week. And the quote goes like this: most people find an income stream and then they find a way to enjoy their life in the small pockets of time they have left. The key to a successful life is to get clear on your dream life first, and then find an income stream that supports that dream life. I love that quote.
I love that quote too.
So what is the freedom formula? The freedom formula talks into true health. These are the 4 pillars that I mentioned. First is true health, where you can be supported to prioritize your health and wellness, right? Of your own health, and as well as your families, as well as into your home environment. We're talking into true wealth as the second pillar, where you can secure your financial future now and for generations to come. The third pillar is leverage time. And that goes back into the automation that I was talking about earlier, where you're going to have the ability to create more time in your life with more choice, the greatest freedom at all, and the flexibility to follow your passions and find joy in everything you do in your life. And one of the key pillars for us, the 4th and final one, is location flexibility. As you can tell, I am American by birth, and we do love the ability to work from anywhere in the world, even when we're back visiting my family in small town southern India in the United States, even though we call the Sunshine Coast in Australia home.
So, a little of our story. As I said, my name is Dan and this is Jimmy. And I was presented with this opportunity about 4.5 years ago. A dear friend was sharing that she'd started this online business. And I was so intrigued because our history was we were both in natural horsemanship coaching
Mm.
together. So, we'd known each other for years doing that. And then I all of a sudden saw her flourishing in the online space. She was no longer having to borrow money from her parents. She was no longer having to travel so often up and down the east coast of Australia, giving clinics, never having enough money, never having
Never.
enough time. Yeah, she was a horse lover, so kind of always crying broke, basically. And I saw her absolutely flourishing in the online space. Now, I share with you that I'm a natural horsemanship coach, but my first love is opera and music theatre. And that had been my career for 30 years. And when I was presented with this opportunity, I was about to join the cast of Billy Elliot, the musical. And I thought, wow, this could be
Mm.
a really great way to earn a few extra $100. That was, me thinking small, in between gigs, because it can be a very insecure industry. So I saw this as a way to still be earning an income without knowing when my next job was going to be. And looking at the big picture, which we're going to share with you today, I saw this as a way to really retire Jimmy from his corporate role. So he can share a little bit more about that with you. 2020 came around, theatres closed down all around the world, right? I was away working in the theatre, missing my kids. I knew there had to be a better way. I just wanted to be home with my family, be a present parent, bring us together as a family. And I was thinking, I didn't sign up for this, sign up for having somebody else raise my children. So when 2020 hit, it was almost a blessing for me. I'm like, wow, I get to go home with my kids. But theatres closed down all around the world. And I know so many industries closed down. It was a real line in the sand moment for me and for Jimmy, because like, wow, we really need to take control of our financial future. It can just be taken away like that. And that's when I dove 100% into this business and haven't looked back. And I'll let Jimmy share a little bit about his story in amongst all of that as well.
No, absolutely. And as Dan has already mentioned, 2020 was a very pivotal
Crazy.
year for
Yeah.
not only us, but everybody around the world. And, we had already found this opportunity prior to those significant changes of 2020. And this opportunity that we're talking to you about today was always our plan B. We were creating success in the pockets of our time where we were still busy in our full-time
Yeah.
jobs,
Yeah.
right? Even though we were living completely separate lives, we were still able to achieve success in the pockets of our time. And that's what's available to you watching this today, is to actually come into this opportunity whilst you're currently, still in full-time employment, and actually work towards not only replacing the income you're currently have, but actually then, exceeding that and actually starting to live the life that you ultimately want to live. My background, though, is corporate business. For 30 years, I worked in corporate business. Why did I do that? Well, I was conditioned to believe that that was the only way to create success in my life, from a financial perspective, as well as then actually having job security that was going to see me through majority of my adult life until a point in time when the government told me I could retire and then start enjoying my life. So I followed that formula. I followed that path that I was led to believe was going to create that success. And for the most part, I'm not even going to say the most part, for a large part, it did actually create the financial success. I did earn a lot of money doing those particular roles. But what no one ever told me was the fact that in order for companies to pay me that money, they were going to expect every minute of every day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, regardless of what we had going on in our lives from a family perspective. Family holidays be damned. They didn't exist because I was continuing to work even while we were away on family holidays. But I learned early on in my career that I learned that. And I knew that that wasn't the future that I wanted. I learned that even before I met Dan and we decided to have kids. And I wanted to be there for my partner, the woman that I met and wanted to spend the rest of my life with. I wanted to be a present parent for my kids. So I started looking. For another way to where I could have balance in my life and for my future family's life in terms of making enough money, as well as having the time to be able to enjoy the money that we're actually earning. So I looked, had a couple of new business startup failures. As the entrepreneur in me, that's not a bad thing, but I was looking. I had my own consulting business, which got me out of that full-time type role. But all I did was, I bought my job, right? In terms of having my own business. I worked in real estate. Hell, I've even been on the tools. And the reason why I went on the tools working in construction was because, debunk the myth of the story why I went into business was the fact that I was going to have job security. over my 30-year business career, I lost my job 3 different times. The third time came in August of 2020, when the world was turned on its head.
Closed down.
Dan had already lost her job in March of that
Craziness.
same year. So the
Yeah.
joke in our household is I looked for 30 years for another way. And it took Danielle to actually introduce us to this opportunity. And then once I lost my job for the third time, line in the concrete moment, we decided we were going to take full control of our future. And we dove all into this business, and our life today, compared to 4.5 years ago, is completely different.
Yeah, absolutely. So what does freedom mean to you? I'd love you to ask yourself that question. What does freedom mean to you? For us, it's freedom of choice, freedom to have choice in how we live our daily lives. With our family, do we get to travel? Do we get to own our day? Do we get to have lazy mornings? All of the things that
Do we get to go to the school functions that the kids
all
have?
of the things,
all of it.
all of the things. Be a present parent. That was the biggest thing for us, to be present parents, to be there for our kids when they left, for school in the morning, to be there when they get back. Everything has shifted since we've started this business.
Absolutely.
So where are you at right now? I want to ask you, I invite you to take a look at where things are at for you at this current time in your life, and rate the list on the right from 1 to 10, with 10 being the highest, meaning you wouldn't want to change anything about this area of your life. So looking at this column on the right, you've got health. Where are you at? 1 to 10. Where is your health? Does it need improving? Are you at a 1? Are you at a 10? Are you at a 5? Really think about where your health is, your wealth. How are your finances from a 1 to 10? Ours were in the pooper.
Yeah. Our bank account was not happy.
Was not happy. We kept refinancing on the mortgage, all the things. Time. How is your time freedom? Rate that on a scale of 1 to 10. Your family on a scale of 1 to 10. Your mindset. How is your mindset? How is your mental health? Another of the freedoms in our life is having that inner freedom. So really being able to cultivate that positive mindset on a daily basis. Community on a scale of 1 to 10. How is your community? Are you feeling supported in your choices in life? Contribution. Where do you get to contribute back to society? How are you serving others? And then celebration. This is one
we've learned this.
In normal society, we don't celebrate things enough. And here we celebrate all the things. Big, little, it does not matter. Celebration is so hugely important. So how are you celebrating on a scale of 1 to 10 in your life right now? So where do you want to be in 12 months' time? And what needs to change right now for this to happen? What you are currently doing in your life, is that going to get you where you want to be? Is it going to get you closer to your goals and your dreams in the future? Have a little think about that.
Absolutely. So one of my favorite parts of this presentation is this, and explaining to you the difference between a leveraged income and a linear income. Oh, but before we got started in this business, I didn't know what it meant, right?
What's a leveraged income?
Right. But what I found out was, in the 30 years of work that I've just explained to you, I was earning a linear income.
Yeah.
Where
as most people are.
Most people are, absolutely. And where you're earning enough money to just get by in life. And it's all dependent upon the amount of work you put in depends, is
your hourly rate.
Hourly rate.
Hourly,
someone else is picking that. But the
Yeah.
key point here is that if you stop working, your income stops, right? But what we're going to be talking in today is how to actually create a leveraged income, where the idea is that the time and the effort that you put into your business will give you exponential results in terms of your earnings, regardless if you're working or not. So in other words, with leveraged income, the work you put in once can generate reoccurring profits well into the future. And I love that. So here's a question for you. You're watching this today. Are you earning leveraged or linear income? In other words, if you stop working, will your income stop? So this is a quote that, I think somebody said Jimmy Buffett is part of a Jimmy Buffett song. But it's appropriate, right?
Well, sipping margaritas in Margaritaville.
Exactly. But if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you're going to work until you die.
So true. Absolutely.
So the leveraged income model looks like this. It's very simple. It's where you partner with an established company. You literally share their product. You leverage automated systems to give you, time freedom. And then you receive your share of a profit in terms of a high profit commission in return for actually referring that product to someone else. That's it.
Simple.
That's it. And with what we're going to talk through today, we're going to show you how easy this gets to be when you're leveraging the right systems. So look, when you're actually faced with getting into this type of business,
industry,
right? In industry, in terms of affiliate marketing, you can either choose to create your own offer, or you can affiliate with one that's presented for you. Now, my background is corporate business, as I've already said, and I've seen companies spend millions, tens of millions of dollars coming up with a new product, a new offer, a new service to take to market. I've seen them also never take that product to market because it failed. It did not actually ever convert and make it, but they had wasted so much money. I've also had lots of friends who've actually come up, done this on their own. So whilst it may not have been tens of millions of dollars that they spent, they were still spending their own money to try to come up with this offer. And then they actually had to wait those who actually succeeded had to wait 3 to 5 years to actually get any type of return.
Make it your break even.
Before they actually started to make profit. And the sad thing about this is when I've, those friends that have done this, I saw them doing all of the work on their own. It was their own business, right? And they had to do it all on their own. So therefore, they're spending their own money. And if they didn't have the skills that they needed, they actually had to hire in coaches and mentors to assist them in the areas that they did not have the skills, versus affiliating with an established product, right? You have a lower upfront investment. You have access to valuable tools and resources to where allows you to focus in on your own business. And the great thing about it is you got the choice to actually affiliate with a product that people already want, need, and are using on a daily basis. And the great thing about this type of an opportunity affiliating with another product is that you can start generating profit in as few as 3 to 5 sales with that great opportunity to create leveraged income for your future. And the great thing about it is we've already talked about the community. When you're actually affiliating with a company or a product like we're going to be discussing with you, you're going to be working with the most incredible like-minded individuals you could ever hope to work with. So a point to be made before we move into the products that we're aligning with, in order for you to get your time and money back, you must be willing to invest both time and money to do so. Because if you're not changing it, you're choosing it. Very powerful.
So guys, why we partner with Enagic, and this part is hugely exciting to both Jimmy and myself. Not only do we have the most incredible true impact health products, but we also have generational wealth building. So we have this incredible business structure, this incredible compensation plan that is aligned, that is in partnership with the most incredible products that we get to use in our own home for the health of our family. So this is hugely exciting. So we'll go into that in a little bit more detail now. Our powerful partnership. So Enagic, as I said, is the company that we partner with. They're celebrating 50 years this year. They have a 500-year vision from our founder, Mr. Oshiro, and is part of the Direct Sales Association. They're pioneers in health and wellness, offering products that enhance health, build wealth, and protect the environment. Now, Kangen water is electrolyzed reduced water rich in hydrogen and restores the body to its optimal state. And it has 60 plus uses. So you get to replace your household products, increase your return on investment, and create an eco-friendly, toxin-free home. It has a sustainable zero-waste product lasting 20 plus years, reducing single-use plastic and fighting the plastic pandemic. So we're doing our bit for the environment, a huge part for the environment. This is an award-winning Japanese water technology, now also leading in EMF protection with their new in-home device. So the market opportunity, this is really interesting to me because I feel like we're only just beginning. We're just scratching the surface. There's only 3 million Kangen water machines sold worldwide, meaning it is far from saturated. And then the income legacy, that's the most exciting part for us, which Jimmy will share more with you in this presentation. By partnering with Enagic, it allows you to will your income to your children and your children's children. And the global growth with expanding offices in new countries. I mean, our reach is global. That's absolutely phenomenal.
I think there's something like 26 offices and 40 what is it?
I thought 41 countries.
Yeah. So it continues to open up new offices around the world.
Yeah, wherever there's a need. So the type of water you drink is the wealth of your body. Just think about that for a second, guys. Let's go to the next slide. Why your health is your true wealth. And this is what I want to stress, the fact that the human body is over 70% water by volume and 99.9% water by molecular number. That's very scientific. I didn't realize that. I just knew that our body was 70%
You knew the next
water.
line though, didn't
Yeah,
you?
our skin, yes, is also our largest organ, making the quality of the water we consume and bathe in crucial. We are the water that we drink and bathe in. So modern health research, such as You're Not Sick, You're Thirsty, a fantastic book. If you don't have that,
It is great.
get that book. You're not sick, you're just thirsty. We are so dehydrated as a society. A book by Dr. I can't even say that word, demonstrates that dehydration, inflammation, and acidosis are major contributors to chronic illness. Dehydration, inflammation, and acidosis, and we don't even realize that. So when the body is dehydrated, it struggles to eliminate toxins, creating an acidic environment that promotes inflammation, a root cause of many health issues. And drinking ionized, hydrogen-rich water helps neutralize the acidity, reduce inflammation, and promote cellular health, keeping the body balanced, hydrated, and resilient against disease. So investing in a water ionizer transforms ordinary tap water into hydrogen-rich, antioxidant-packed water. Pairing this with portable EMF protection devices helps minimize the harmful effects of electromagnetic noise in your environment, helps to support your health for decades. With constant exposure to electronic devices in today's modern world, which we all know, technology has its
everywhere.
amazing benefits, but also some not so good, side effects. So especially now children, whose nervous systems are more vulnerable to the effects of electromagnetic waves than
And they're
adults.
exposed more than any of us
They are.
because they love their devices.
They love their devices, absolutely. So these are the products we recommend. Now, here on the left, we have our flagship ionizer from Enagic, which produces antioxidant-rich water in 5 different pH levels, from 2.5 hypochlorous acid for disinfecting to beauty, drinking, and even degreasing with 11.5. So the 2.5, you get to throw away all your chemicals. You spray and wipe. You don't need any of those chemicals. The 2.5 is actually it kills 99% of germs.
In 30 seconds or less.
In 30 seconds or less, acts as a sanitizer. Beauty water, so that's a 6.0 pH level. That's really wonderful for our skin. Our teenagers love this. With their hormonal changes and things like that, our kids are constantly bathing in 6.0 beauty water, and it's making a massive difference to their skin. 11.5, I adore in the kitchen because it actually gets I soak my veggies and fruits for about 20 minutes, and it just the chemicals or the nasty toxins, the pesticides, from the fruits and veggies we get from the supermarket, just all.
And I use it on the barbecue, right?
It degrease the
clean
the windows. No need for Windex anymore. It's absolutely phenomenal. And here to the right, we have the Inespa. So this is your in-home spa experience shower attachment. It remineralizes water through an active charcoal ceramic filter while removing chlorine, huge, and bacteria, huge, to protect your family's skin. As I said, skin is our largest organ. So you can imagine, the toxins, the chlorine, the bacteria that it's absorbing through our normal tap water, which is absolutely gross. Then we have the M-Guard, like I shared with you earlier, your environment harmonizer targeting high frequency electromagnetic noise radiation up to 1 gigahertz. So it defends your family and loved ones against invisible electromagnetic disturbances. And the Ukon, the chemical-free wild turmeric, which has powerful antioxidant, antibacterial, and anti-inflammatory properties, available in tea, soap, or capsule supplement form. So they're the 4 main products in a nutshell right here. So in their benefits, so Kangen water provides better hydration than purified water. Kangen water greatly reduces waste from single-use plastics, and Kangen water can help maintain healthy oxidative balance in a healthy individual. Kangen water saves you money on bottled water and toxic-free chemicals in the home. And realizing true health, beauty water, like I was sharing before, the 6.0, has the same pH as many expensive skin toners at a fraction of the cost. And using strong Kangen water to clean your fruits and vegetables, like I shared already, improves taste and texture. Not to mention the fact that you're getting rid of the chemicals so you don't ingest those into your body. And strong acidic water can be used to break up oil, remove dirt, and grime from most surfaces. And strong acidic water can be used in the home for cleaning purposes to reduce bacteria.
And the amount of money we've saved in terms of buying all of these other products, it's more than paid for the machine.
Yeah, and it's not just a filter, guys. Please don't come at us and say it's way more than a filter. It's an eye nicer, incredible for your health.
All right. So look, we've already talked about investing in your health first, being the real foundation for creating true wealth. Without our health, nothing else matters. So with Anagic products, you can be empowered to enhance your well-being, ensuring a vibrant life for you and your family. Yet not only do the products transform your health, but they also offer an incredible business opportunity, which is what we're here about to talk to you about today. We have the potential to earn back your health investment in just 5 sales. Okay, but the beauty of this is we get to actually introduce all these health benefits as well as the business benefits to others so they can experience this in their life also. So Dan's talked about the products. Now we're going to move in and
Jimmy's favorite
talk
part.
into some of the numbers behind it, the business opportunity. So with the strategy of getting started with the 4 products that Dan has actually talked you through, whenever you do that, you're going to buy one product to get started, to become a distributor, receive all the health benefits, all 4, but you're buying in as one, but then you're selling yourself the other 3. When you do that, you immediately earn back over 650 Australian dollars in commissions for selling those products to yourself. You make just 5 sales of the 4 products, you're going to earn back over $17,500. And you've got your investment back and you're running in profit from that point forward. You make another 6 sales, right? You've only sold 11 in total. You've earned nearly $50,000 in commission. You make an additional 10 sales and you've earned your first $100,000. Would that make a difference in your life, earning an extra $100,000 on top of maybe what you're currently doing? Is that enough to actually replace the income? If it isn't, how many more sales would you actually have to make to actually replace that income? Not many, I'm telling you, because all we're talking about here is 21 sales of these 4 incredible products, literally by introducing people to the health benefits. So getting in a little bit more detail in terms of the numbers. So what you're seeing here is how the commission structure based upon selling on the left-hand side a single K8 machine. That is the water ionizer that Dan has explained to you, to where you can earn between $400 and $2,400 per sale. And the more you actually sell, the more products you sell, the more money you earn. Versus the column to the right, which is talking about the 4 product sales, where you have the ability of earning between $784 and over $4,700 per sale, right? So look through these numbers. How many sales would you actually have to make to replace your current weekly income, your current monthly income, your current annual income? But when you have the ability to earning between $400 and over $4,700, the impact that this can make in your life is significant. But within this opportunity and this business model that we're here to present to you about, there are fast track strategies to get you started, still leveraging the same 4 products that Dan has already introduced you to. But when you actually get started with the fast track strategies and implement the product strategies for getting started upfront, in your very first sales, you could be earning between $2,754 and $3,552 on your first sale. And as you continue to make sales, you can see, therefore, then to the far right with the K8 fast track strategy, you have the ability of earning over $7,000 per sale. This is the strategy that we recommend in terms of actually experiencing all of the health benefits that you're going to receive from all 4 products, but also the strategy that we would recommend for getting you started to start earning the income that you need to create real change in your life, to be able to obtain all the freedoms that Dan has talked about. And the number one freedom that she also has mentioned is freedom of choice. So we're excited to be able to talk you through what these different strategies are and what fits best for you in terms of making your biggest impact in the shortest period of time in your life. I know when I got started in this opportunity, and Dan, as I said, presented this opportunity to me, where I was at, I was still earning good money, even though I ended up losing my job, right? And that's the problem that I faced, was that I'd earn good money, but then I'd lose my job. And therefore, then any money that we had saved was quickly eroded. But the point I'm making is, when I looked at this opportunity, I needed to make sure that this was an opportunity that could not only replace my income that I was earning, but also I had the ability to exceed it. And when somebody showed me this particular chart, it's like, boom, this is it. This is what I've been looking for. So I've already talked to you about, what it looks like to earn your first $100,000. It's 15 quad sales based upon 2 quad sales per month. But I also then look to the upper left-hand quadrant here to earn $1 million. I learned that I only had to sell 149 quads to actually earn my first $1 million. That's only 13 per month or 3 per week, right?
Mm-hmm.
Significant and achievable. But I knew that I had found exactly what I had been looking for the previous 30 years in terms of an opportunity where we had full control of our future in terms of what amount of income we could generate for our daily lives and giving ourselves the lives that we wanted so we could become present parents again and give our kids the life that they deserved in this lifetime. But the thing that really got me excited more than anything else was this business also, in addition to those numbers, has a pathway to generational wealth. And Dan has already mentioned to you, generational wealth is income, passive income that you receive on a monthly basis for life. And then once you pass, once we're no longer earthside, we can then will this to our children and our future generations going forward. That is true generational wealth. And as you can see from this chart, as you move, you've seen from the previous commission structures from 1A to 6A, where you had the ability at 6A to earn over $7,000 per sale. Once you achieve that rank of 6A, you're going to get a $3,000 bonus just for achieving that. And then you move to 6A2, you're going to receive a $6,000 bonus. 6A2-2, it's a $12,000 bonus. But where it gets really, really exciting, excuse me, is when you hit the rank of 6A2-3, you're going to get a $25,000 bonus to begin with, but then you're going to receive at an absolute minimum $5,000 monthly for life. And that is the money that then is willable to your children once you pass on. But keeping in mind, when you actually achieve this rank, I said $5,000 as a minimum. Once, in addition to that, you actually become, in essence, a shareholder of the company Enagic. So you receive, in addition to that, a proportion of the profit that the company makes on a whole. Who has that in any type of organization compensation plan? All I got for working 30 years in corporate business was losing my job 3 times and a pile of debt to go with that. This is a company that just is going to reward you for staying within this opportunity and continuing to grow your business. And then it just goes up from there. Now, these may just seem like numbers that we're just throwing out at you. We have friends, good friends that we spend every day with who are at the rank of 6A2-3, -4, -5,
every day,
-6.
normal, ordinary people, just like you and I.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And these are the
what I
people
love
earning
about
this.
business model.
Absolutely. It's absolutely phenomenal, isn't it? And once again, these numbers that you're seeing on this chart are in US dollars, right? So if you're in Australia watching this, do the conversion. It's more than that.
It's more.
All right. So we get a lot of questions in regards to, is this, an MLM, traditional MLM? Well, look, we are network marketing. There's no question about that. But our model in terms of, creating the leveraged income sets it so far apart. And that's what this chart does, is actually look at the difference between a traditional MLM and the leveraged income model. So within a traditional MLM, you may have monthly quotas that you have to achieve. If you don't, you lose your rank if you don't perform. The amount of money you're actually going to earn is between $20 and $150 per sale. Whoa. How many sales would you have to make to earn $7,000? Remember, that's how much we're going to be earning on one sale. There's no auto ship. It's all low ticket. There is absolutely no generational wealth and legacy income. And a lot of times you're actually having to pay licensing fees either on a monthly or annual basis. And the model that traditional MLMs follow is based upon recruiting. Being the person at the family barbecue that people avoid because you're pushing products, you're constantly recruiting, right? Yeah. Versus the leveraged income model where there are absolutely no quotas, you never lose rank. This is key. This is massive. We've had friends that have decided that they want to take a year or two off, come back at the exact same rank they were when they left. And the amount of money, we've already talked through the numbers, you're earning between $400 and up to $7,000 per sale. There's no auto ship. This is high ticket products, which just means it's high profit. It has that generational wealth building. But the most exciting part about it for us, who didn't want to be the person that people avoided, is that we leverage attraction marketing. There is absolutely no recruiting at all in terms of the business model we're talking to you about today.
So this is the exciting part. See, I just wanted to keep things simple. You know, I'm at that age where it's like, I don't want drama. I just want to pare back. I want to simplify. I certainly don't want to do sales. That was my
Made that
big
very
thing. Like
clear.
you just said before, I don't want to do the sales calls, cold calling. I don't want to do party planning. I don't want to have a whiteboard and go do all the shenanigans, you know. So I just wanted to keep it very, very simple. Been there, done that. Now I just want an easier time of it, you know. So when I saw this, I'm like, how easy is that?
Mm,
And have a ton of fun along the way. I'm here to live my best life.
absolutely.
You know, you guys here to live your best life. Let me share with you how we get to make the sales. Yeah. So here we are. We share the offer on social media. That's right. You've seen a post of mine or Jimmy's earlier. That's why you are here. An ad perhaps popped up. So our reach is global. We teach you how to do that. And then you'll come and watch a masterclass, which is what you are doing right now. So we invite people to watch a free masterclass. You book in a call with our team. You invest in your own wellness products. You activate your distributor ID and you launch your business and receive mentorship inside the academy. Super simple. So it's no need to reinvent the wheel. We have systems and strategies already in place for you to plug into, and away you go. And we are here to support you every single step of the way.
So it is, and I'm just going to make a highlight. The point is that we're leveraging social media.
Yeah.
There is the educational platform that's going to teach you how to show up on social media.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the automation is the sales calls being done for you. And then the most important thing with this particular business model is it's all duplicatable,
Yes.
right? So the same process you're going through now is the same process anyone you introduce to this opportunity will go through as well.
So how and why we automate sales. So we get to make sales 24/7. We use a system that does the heavy lifting so you don't have to. With systems in place, you can be making sales whilst you're offline, whilst you're sleeping. So
Leveraged
time flexibility without automation and systems, you have no time leverage. That allows you to do what you want when you want to, and let the systems work for you. Systems that work for you in the background are vital for a business you can scale. And sales calls done for you. That was another part. I didn't want to do my sales calls. I felt I didn't know what I was doing when I first started. So having that option, you guys don't need to make your own sales calls. So automation takes your customers through a sales qualification process, and a sales professional takes calls on your behalf.
So now we want to introduce you to the Freedom Era Academy,
Mm-hmm.
right? This is the leading educational platform, which gives you all the tools and resources to become the most successful and agile distributor. You know, inside of our platform, you're going to have access to the digital specialist team who are the experts on everything. You do not need to be the expert.
Mm-hmm.
There's custom sales pages. There's done for you webinars that actually can be sent out to people that you want to introduce to this opportunity. The education is self-paced, right? Giving you the flexibility of, you know, creating the success in the pockets of the time, like what we did when we first got started in this opportunity. There are exclusive master classes where the academy is going to bring in world-renowned experts in the areas of sales, marketing, advertising, all of the different areas to assist you in growing your business. That's all inside of this academy. We're going to talk more in terms of the mentorship and the community that's on offer. The people who've not only founded this academy, they have not only founded it, but they're also our mentors in this business. And they're part of the people that we say we spend our days with. And I always give the different definition between a coach and a mentor. A mentor is somebody who's actually done, you know, created this, taken the steps and created the life that you want, leveraging the business model that we're talking about. And that is exactly what is on offer inside of this academy. And you have all the live and in-person events, which actually brings the community together and discussing the.
And this part got me really excited because I felt I had no clue. Well, I didn't have a clue. I could turn on a computer. I just wasn't tech savvy at all.
Absolutely.
And that part was daunting. But when I knew we had this available to us, the step-by-step training, the mentorship, all the support in the world, I'm like, well, if she can do it, I can.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
So this part was just a no-brainer for me.
Right. So this is all yours for less than a cup of coffee a day, you know, and that is basically give you access for the platform for just $99 per month. And that is year-round support to assist you in growing your business. Many invest in like short-term coaching programs to where the academy provides you with continuous access to the industry icons and featured speakers that I've already spoken about. And this is your chance to learn from the best, elevate your business and transform your life. So you ready for the next step? this is what your next step actually is. So we talked about the automation, and look, Dan doesn't like doing sales calls or
No.
doesn't like actually having
Jimmy
conversations,
loves it.
but I love it,
Jimmy loves
right?
it.
So your next
He
step
thrives on that.
is to book your discovery call with
Jimmy.
me, right? So click on the link below
Yep.
and actually book a time that's convenient for you to have a call with me to understand what this opportunity is about in more detail. Step 2 is going to be to complete the discovery process right inside of the academy, where you're going to learn more than what we provided you today, right? The level of detail on the products, the health benefits that they have, more about the incredible company Enagic, what they stand for, but also what it means in terms of unlocking the most incredible compensation plan, frankly, I have ever seen. And this is your opportunity to learn everything you need to know to make a fully educated decision to make sure this opportunity does align with you. And then assuming that it does, is literally we're going to work through the options for how you can get started in this business with the right product strategy and create leveraged income for your future. So on offer for all of you who choose to get started, we're actually holding kind of what we refer to as our Freedom Life Mentorship. This is your 4 weeks to profit within this online mentorship, assisting you to launch and grow your business. We're going to teach you things like setting up your social profiles, to have interested leads coming to you, right? I mentioned attracting. That's what we're talking about here. Learning the skills of attraction marketing. So we're going to turn those leads that you've attracted into high profit sales worth thousands, right? We're going to lock in your first 18K income with just that with the first 5 sales strategy that we talked about earlier. And then we're going to be locking in, showing you the pathway to creating legacy income in 2 years.
And join a global community of like-minded change makers. Connect, collaborate, and celebrate. Now, this part was an absolute bonus for us because, we came in for the money, we stay for the community. Oh my gosh. Being part of this community, like there's a 9,000 strong cheerleading squad, basically, you never have to go it alone. You're never going to be left out in the dark trying to figure it all out by yourself. You're going to have us as mentors, and then our mentors, and our mentors. and so on it goes. And the beauty of that is we have 6- and 7-figure mentors guiding us within this community, showing us what's possible because they've actually walked the walk. They've created the pathway for us, and just being a part of these incredible, like I say, change makers and chain breakers, guys who are living their best lives, who are doing the inner work, who are stepping into the next level version of themselves, who are here to create massive impact on the planet, to be part of the light workers, the light leaders leading humanity going forward. That part gets me hugely excited, and we're doing it, together.
Love it.
So there are 7 days in a week, and Sunday is not one of them. I love that quote. Sunday is not one of them. So now it's time for you guys to take the action. Very, very simple. As I said, I love to keep things simple. Basically, you click on the link below. You book your call in with Jimmy. You have a great conversation with him. You'll then go through the discovery process, really looking at where you are now and where you want to be in 2 to 5 years' time, and really locking that in. And then we get to basically jump into the freedom era, and we go from there. So guys, next step, click on the link, book your call, and then we'll see you on the inside.
I look forward to speaking to you very, very soon.
Bye guys. Have an amazing day.